Hello, my name's Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the one-day jam. The one-day jam was held in October in a location in Sheffield as well as online. It seemed to be with a focus of raising some awareness about the struggles that transgendered people go through. The theme of this jam was waiting, and the game had to be created in one day. All of the games were supposed to be put into a bundle and then sold for pay what you want, and then the money went to a charity. Not sure if it has been bundled and I just missed it because I'm quite behind. But I'm playing all of the games that run the jam for about a minute each. Links to the individual games will be in the description so you can check them out further, and all my info will also be in the description so you can check me out as well. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting. The first game I'm going to be checking out is actually a card game called the Card Game. So it's a game all about an energy mechanic. You start with 3 cards in your hand, max hand size is 6. You gain 1 energy, a turn, a token, or something. The star is energy. Drawing or playing a card takes 1 energy. Playing cards add or subtract from your energy. Playing cards with background colors free. If you get them all and play, you win. So there's these different players. So I guess it's 4 players. And you get different cards depending on what's going on. It's like getting fired, finding clothes that fit you, finding voice lessons. Then we've got colored cards like friendship. This is partners. Must have friendship, social circle, and community to play this. So you have to have like all the other ones. Same with health. Must have food and water and housing and rest to play this. So looks pretty interesting. All of the cards are very, very simple in design. But yeah, quite accurate. Next. We're playing Fear for Freedom. So the idea is I'm stuck at work. I don't want to leave for whatever reason. Ooh. Let's read this. Day 68. I'm going to hide the katana sword in my boss's safe. I keep fantasizing about plunging it into my diaphragm. I don't want to do it. I really don't, but it would hurt. I do want to do it. I really do, but it would hurt. I'm not sure if there's like a monster roaming about or... Day, who cares? I don't want to eat anymore. Day 77. I remember when I was a kid, I spilled some yogurt in the car, distracted my dad, and God rewarded me by crashing the car and taking him from me forever. No one wanted to hang out with the weird kid whose dad died, except Casey, but then God decided my school needed a shooting and took Casey from me too. Maybe I'll never open that door. It's not like it's much better out there. God will hate me no matter where I go. Need safe key. Alright, so we need to find the key. Fear only. Fear itself. That's very sad, these notes. I opened the safe, inside was just some books with company tax info. No riches for me. Nothing to make this better. This is just a cruel experiment by God to torture me. I feel like bad things. It sounds like badness is happening, but... I couldn't open some boxes, so I used the only sharp object in the office. I ended up cutting myself and dropping it. There aren't any more snacks to eat anyway, so I just left it there. I kind of hope the bleeding won't stop. The world loves you. Very sad little game. Next. We're playing the game Swatch. Alright. I don't think I quite understand. So we're waiting. Nope. We want purple. And there we go. Then it gets rid of it. That's blue. Definitely not orange. I want to be green. So the bottom 2 colors make up the top color, it seems. And when it makes up the top color, you can eliminate the top color. Ah. Just focus. Just focus on one. Ah. Let's get rid of this green. So if you sort of pay attention to what's happening below, you can kind of predict the next color, but I'm not focusing on that. Purple soon, purple soon. Nope, not purple. We need purple. That's pink. We're getting there. There we go. Now we need some orange. Orange. Aww. You know, it's a weirdly challenging game. It's very simple, though. Next. We're playing You Are the Moon. I have played this before for the Pippin Bar Game Idea Game Jam. I'm playing it again. You are the moon, so beautiful, bright, and bored. You were forged so long ago, but you remember bits of it. There was impact, thudding, battering, fear, helpless and alone, and heat, unforgiving, unbearable, and noise, inescapable, overwhelming. You were overwhelmed, a million pieces of something, fractured and incomplete. Eons have passed, another and another, all fading into one grey mist as you drift on, tethered and tied to your new life. You were a jumbled mass of rocks and dust, so you can just kind of change what it says and skip over. You've watched over your distant prison for longer than you care to think about, and it's ever fluctuating, changing, moving. Not the water. It has so much water, though. The ocean is as beautiful as it always has been. You could watch it dance forever, shimmering out of your reach. It's worth all the longing and the loneliness, the unrelinquished love for these moments where it catches the light just right. You try to find your reflection in it to see yourself how it sees you. You feel the rhythm of your movements interlocked and think perhaps this is where you should be after all. Over and over you pull it gently, in and out, although you know it still won't work. It never does. Pull in, hold tight. Remember where you are. Remember who you are. Accept what you cannot have. So this is a really beautiful game. It's super well written. I like how some of the words change depending on what they are and the different options in them. I love the hand-drawn little moon. It's very, very nice. Next. We're playing You Can't Wait to Get to the Pharmacy. Actually, we might have to play this game full screen. This might be it. I think it's only one page. Alright, well, let's just start anyway. It just automatically changed. Okay. That was a bit weird. When you started teaching yourself lucid dreaming, you hadn't counted on a toe-to-toe throwdown with sleep paralysis arriving with it. A very satisfying, lucid, flying dream, your toes skimming the tops of lemon clouds, has been replaced with what you estimate to be 10,000 years of terrifying immobility. Looks like you're just going to have to wait it out. I mean, it feels like you've been lying here for eternity, but realistically it's probably more like 45 seconds, because this sleep paralysis thing freaks you out so much. So I don't know when it'll just flick to the next page. That's the weird thing about not having control and reading speed. So I guess we're just waiting. Your foot suddenly curls up in a cramp. You consider trying to go back to sleep, but focusing on the excruciating pain in hopes it will free you from the sleep paralysis. Let's focus on the pain. God, it feels like someone going for a world record, most vigorous saxophone solo on your own personal foot tendons. The retching ache that you can currently do nothing about is almost poetic. It's pissing you off so much. You let the anger flow through you. Sometimes anger is really useful, not a huge amount of the time, but some of the time. And right now it's going to help you wake up and look at the clock. It's 9 a.m. Rise and shine. You sigh heavily and roll up burrito fashion, enjoying the toasty warmth. Time to check your calendar, you guess. Or maybe you could go back to sleep. This is like a universe of warmth underneath these two duvets. Your inclination to worry might be an issue, but you believe in yourself right now. Let's look at our calendar. It's Saturday, the 11th of October, 2070. There's one thing written in size 72 impact red impact, on the calendar screen on the wall by your bed. Fucking get meds prescription refilled. Right, better fucking get on it. No, or not, your bed is very toasty and it looks rainy as fuck out there. Maybe the fact that you want to wipe your calendar and go back to sleep. No, we better get on with our day. It seems like a very interesting story. I like that I kind of always have the option to just stop what I'm doing and go back to bed just so far. And it seems like it always does that. There's like an option to, continue forward and an obvious option to take a step back. But yeah, wonder where this is going to end up going. Next. We're playing exam period. I wake up late the day of my early GCSE exams. This is not ideal. I look at my phone with one eye and realize I've hit snooze on my alarm 5 times. Oops. I glance down at my gray trousers on the floor. They're wrinkled, but they'll do, and I hopefully left the belt in them when I stepped out of them last night. Luckily, I do have a clean shirt left in the closet. I can see my hair and my reflection the screensaver on my laptop. It is one day off too greasy to inflict it upon others, but delightfully it is standing straight up. It sort of looks intentional. I can get to the exam on time. This will be fine. Why do they even want us to sit GCSE English and Maths at the end of year 9 anyways? And then I hear my friend Alice's voice in my head. If you get some GCSEs out of the way now, you can do physics and art, and then your parents won't freak out and make you choose. And then we'll have at least one class together, and the next 2 years won't totally suck. That helps. It means the next 2 years will totally suck, just like my entire life will continue to suck until I get to uni, get a flat, and get the hell away from my annoying and clueless family. But it helps. I get up and grab my vest, and after a moment's hesitation, some boxer briefs. The ones I'm wearing don't feel dirty, but I do need to get out of the house 10 minutes ago, so best be prepared. And I may be lazy, but even I have standards. I pull my vest on over my head and make my way to the toilet, scratching my bum. I'm not proud. I will probably do okay on these exams, I think. I know this stuff. I aced the mocks last winter. I may even get an A or an A+. Or an A star, I guess. Just need to get myself on the bus and into the exam hall. The next bus will still be in plenty of time. I close the bathroom door after a tiny pep talk and sit down on the loo. And there's like, ew. Did I shart in the night? Grim. I have a wee, wipe myself, and then see the loo roll. Damn. I smack my forehead with my other hand. How do I have my period today? I look around the bathroom. Does Mom even get her period anymore? Where the hell are the pads I was using? I dig behind the big wicker laundry thing, but they're gone. Did I use them up? Did Mom tidy up the bathroom? This is not happening. I glance at the shelves behind me. Ugh, no way. My sister's pink plastic applicator tampons can do one. This is very interesting. Just sort of trying to get to your GCSEs and everything sort of going wrong before you, and you woke up late. It's very, very real life like though. Next. We're playing Spurgblurg. Welcome to Spurgblurg. Are you sure you want to be here? Is this merely a spin-off of Fun in the Sun 3D? Who knows? Eric E. Smooth, spaced and you want to feel complete? You want the Orpha that exists beyond this cage? Save £9,000 by bouncing the ball. Dollars by bouncing the ball. Don't drop it, though. Alright. I've already dropped it. Dropped it again. Seems like when you bounce it, you gain exactly $1. When you let it hit the floor, however, you gain like a very negative balance of tons. Making this a very, very challenging game. Because it essentially wants us to bounce a ball on our head 900 times, 9,000 times even. This is very, very challenging. I'm not going to get much farther. I like the sort of stuff that's going on in the background. It's just like subtly moving. It's not enough to distract you from the ball bouncing stuff, but it's enough to keep the screen looking interesting. It's also quite colorful. We're going to be here forever. Next. We're playing 3000. It seems kind of terrifying and creepy. Ugh. Really not liking all of this noise. Bits of pillow sticking out through these sand bits and stuff. We're meant to go inside there. Not sure about this weird demonic voice shouting at us. I think maybe we're supposed to go inside this like maze-esque thing, I should say. It's not quite a maze. It's also not a maze. Weird. Next. We're checking out another physical game called Autonomy, probably. Autonomy. Yeah, it's a game for 1 to infinity almost. Well, 900,000, whatever, players. Alright, introduction. This game is about understanding your gender identity. You can play it by yourself or with others, with or without a computer. It takes place over a long period of time and requires a small amount of discipline. Who knows, you might even learn something about yourself. The objective of the game is to ask yourself a series of questions over a defined time limit. All your answers go into a database. At the end of your time, you'll have a kind of self-portrait and data showing some of your feelings about gender, which you can use as an interesting conversation point with your friends, your family, or your doctor. This game is open to both transgendered and cisgendered players. So how to play: create a questionnaire about your gender identity, take the questionnaire twice a day, every day until your time is up, record all the data. That's pretty much it. If you want to start playing immediately, skip to the section titled Quick Start. It is everything you need to immediately begin playing Autonomy within 5 minutes. Alternatively, read on to find more about how the game works. This seems like a very interesting game. A little more like a challenge almost to get to know yourself. Next. We're playing 26 Miles of Hurdles. Hello, this is an idea for a game about waiting. It is completely unfinished, none of the writing is in place yet, and it's not really playable. That's okay. I can either do a thing or sleep. Let's do a thing. What do you want to do today? Wow. I wish my body was different. I need to talk to a doctor. I want to go by a different name. I need to go to work. I want to study. I want to do something active. Never mind. Let's study. Do a thing. It's getting late. Let's wait and do something else in the morning. Alright, so you do a thing and then you sleep. I went to work. Nope. Okay. Do a thing. Let's talk to a doctor. Then we'll sleep. So we're not really getting a response yet, but there's some really good bones in it. I very much like that small thing that makes me wait. I want to study. You've already done a lot today. I know you're in a rush, but you can't get everything done in just one day. Okay. Sleep. It's definitely a very good start, though. Let's do a thing. Go do something active, and let's sleep. Next. Last, but certainly not least, we're playing Recovery. It's got a list of trigger warnings. So first I'm going to just talk about the jam a little bit. There were 3 games entered in this jam that I was unable to play because they all had a price tag on them, which is fine. So if you want to check out those games, I would check out the entries in the game jam. They were all narratives, and they looked pretty interesting. There was a bundle put together that did go to charity. I've obviously missed the date for this bundle because I'm so late in covering these, but it looked like it did fairly well. This game has a load of trigger warnings, so it contains depictions of hospitals, familial abuse, mental illness, suicidality, internalized transphobia, and recovery from injury. So, yeah. I'm going to play it. Recover Spinals. Hi there. Fancy meeting you here. I'm going to be honest with you. You're not real. You're in my head. I'm not crazy. I know you're not real and that I made you up, but I'm so freaking bored right now. I'll take an imaginary company over no company. Look, I've got no problem with mentally ill people. It's not like a moral failing to feel miserable or to hear voices or whatever. Just, that's not what's happening here. You're my imaginary friend, okay? I made you up, and I know I made you up. Kids have imaginary friends all the time, and they're fine, so don't stress out about that. Just, I need a friend right now. Turns out hospitals are not a great place to be, and this one's pretty bad. I've been here 2 days with nobody to talk to besides doctors who don't care and nurses who have no time. Oh, and I guess the pigs. So here's the deal. You get to keep me company and stop me from actually going crazy. I guess in return, you stop your own house from falling down, because you live in my head and all. Pigs. Oh, I'm sorry. Does my lack of respect for Her Majesty's Finest offend you? Their lack of respect for human life offends me. Maybe look up what happens to people like Mark Duggan before you criticize me for my choice of vocabulary. I wasn't sure if these pigs were made up imaginary friends like me. Let's just get down to it, okay? I'm in a hospital bed and I ache. I'm not going to tell you why because I don't trust you yet. Sorry. Let's just say I did something stupid and got what I deserved for it. Anyway, now I'm recovering from injuries and ended up getting me 6 hours of surgery and a fucking breathing tube in my throat. I hate this place. The bed is uncomfortable, the meals are awful, and the incessant beeping of machines around me feels like a hole being drilled into my skull. Nobody else in the ward will talk to me, not that they'd have anything in common with a kid like me. And on top of all that, I have to ask a nurse to help me pee. So yeah, help me kill time, okay? It's Monday morning and I'm feeling pretty crappy. I have nothing to kill time with at the moment. There's a letter on the table tray in front of me. Someone must have brought it in the night. I open the envelope. The paper crinkles at my touch. It feels kind of odd, like it's not real, but maybe that's just the drugs in my system to help me cope with the pain. Who the hell sends letters in this day and age? And how the hell did it get here? I can't believe it's from Victor. Hey there, Dee. I've heard you were in a bit of a scrape. I'm sorry to hear that. I've used my extensive contacts in the hospice system to find out where you are and get this letter to you. Okay, so I made like 2 phone calls and called in one favor. No big deal. I'm sorry I've been out of contact lately. I guess I got a bit freaked out about what you said last time we saw each other, but it's no real excuse. I hope you're doing okay. Don't hate me. You can forgive me for being such a shit to you. I guess you're not getting much company in there besides parents and doctors. I'll try to write to you every day so you have something to look forward to, or at least vaguely interested in. You don't have to read the letters if you don't want to, and there should be one on every morning if you don't fuck this up somehow. If I don't fuck this up somehow. Hang in there, okay? It's not too long before you can get the hell out of this place and do something meaningful with your life. I'm rooting for you. Yours, Victor. Huh. I like this whole thing. It's Monday morning and feeling crappy. I think it'll be interesting seeing how we feel each day and seeing it listed there. Very interesting character. This is the end of the jam, though. All of the games that I can play anyway. There was a game that was only available for Mac. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting. Bye.